Hey, I'm Derek Dunnell, and I'm going to be presenting on the case study of taxes in the cannabis issue from the book. And just a little bit of background, in this case study there was an accountant named Haley who was doing a tax return for the company of Weeds R Us, a cannabis company. And she got called into her manager's office, and he had received a phone call from the manager of Weeds R Us saying, complaining that she had insisted on reporting all of the cash on their tax return. He wanted to hide 25% of the cash just to give them a better cash situation, a better tax situation. And she felt like that was unethical. But the manager of the tax firm wanted to go along with their wishes because they were such a valuable client, and they felt like if they were to do this, they could gain a lot of customers in the weed industry and create a lot of revenue for the firm. So they were asking her to go along with this, and as you can see, there's a lot of opportunity and pressure to be unethical here. Some of the few that I thought of as just one is a desire just to be liked at work. We all want to be liked by our peers, and this obviously was a manager who was asking her to do this, so it was a high pressure situation for her. Like I said, she was being asked by a supervisor, which is always hard. We generally do what authority tells us, so that was a big pressure for her to commit an unethical or do an unethical activity. The weed manager said that no one would know what happened, or no one would be any the wiser to what they were doing. And so that was a pressure for her as well. And then the last one, she had a major opportunity to get more personal business and to rise up in the firm. They're trying to create inroads into the weed industry, and they wanted her on board because she was going to be the main player in that. So she had an opportunity to make more money and to be more valuable to the firm, so that's a large pressure there as well. This kind of goes into the idea of cognitive dissonance. She knew what was ethical and she knew what was right here, and so to do the opposite and to commit this activity that would have been unethical would have been to give into cognitive dissonance and to do basically the opposite of what she knew was right. Kind of like this little picture that I have here that I thought was kind of funny. So on to the next part, and this is the part of giving voices to values. The first step is we think about countering arguments, and so these are some of the rationalizations and things that I thought of with management that they thought of that made them seem like it was a good idea to do this. So the first one is they just say not counting cash is a common practice. Everyone does it. We just have a few cannabis clients, so it's not that big of a deal. Doing this will help the firm get more business. It'll create more value. Like I said before, no one will be any the wiser. And the last one is just our job is to help clients, and this is what the client wants. So that's a rationalization they could make. So next step is just what is at stake here for the key parties. We can see for the weed company there's a lot at stake where they could create a better tax situation by not reporting the cash, as well as for the firm. They keep a really good client happy and possibly make inroads into a big industry, the weed industry, where they can make a lot of money for the firm. So there's a lot at stake here for the people who are involved. And so Haley, obviously, she has a big opportunity to influence the people. And so some of the ways that I thought of that she could use her influence was for good, to talk to them, was just to use the reputation of the firm. Everybody wants the firm to have a good reputation. To make sure that the managers know that it's an ethics issue and that what they are doing is unethical. And lastly, just to let them know that whatever they decide, she's not going to be a part of it, and that she won't do that. And so lastly, ultimately, I think the most powerful thing that Haley can do is just to show them that this is an ethics issue and try to help them understand that. And then if they still won't do it, just to walk away and to not be involved in that. And she should do that as soon as possible and to a manager, and that would be the best option. And that's what I have for this case. Thanks.